California, the Golden State, known for its sun-kissed beaches, bustling cities, and endless opportunities. But beneath its shining surface lurk tales far darker than the Hollywood dreams. Among the state's grim history is a man whose name brought terror to the rural farmlands, Juan Corona, a man who buried his darkest secrets in the fertile soil, hidden from view, until they were unearthed. Juan Corona's story begins in the early 1900s. Born in Mexico in 1934, Corona moved to the United States seeking a better life. By the 1970s, he had established himself as a labor contractor in the quiet agricultural town of Yuba City, California. On the surface, Corona appeared as a hard-working man, but the truth was far more sinister. Between 1971 and 1972, over 25 migrant farm workers disappeared, one by one. Their stories were lost, forgotten men, transient laborers with few ties. They lived on the fringes of society, and for many, their fates remained unnoticed. But that changed on May 19, 1971, when the body of a farm worker was discovered in a shallow grave near the Feather River. That discovery would be the first of many. Over the following weeks, authorities unearthed a mass graveyard of 25 bodies, all buried in Corona's workfields. Each victim bore signs of violent death, ranging from stab wounds to blunt force trauma. Who was Juan Corona? A quiet, reserved man, or a cold-blooded killer? Investigators found a chilling pattern in the killings: the brutality, the lack of remorse, and the way he had meticulously buried each of his victims suggested that these murders were no crimes of passion. But what drove him? Some argue that his fragile mental state, likely exacerbated by a severe mental breakdown in 1956, when he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, may have been a factor. In 1971, Juan Corona was arrested, tried, and convicted of 25 counts of murder, the most prolific serial killer in American history at that time. Yet the trial left many unanswered questions. Corona consistently denied the murders, claiming he had been framed. Despite this, the overwhelming evidence, blood-stained machetes and knives, and the ledger with the victims' names, painted a damning picture. After decades behind bars, Juan Corona died in prison in 2019, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. Was he truly the monster responsible for the deaths of 25 men, or was there more to the story than what was uncovered? One thing remains certain: those farmlands of Yuba City will never be the same. In the Golden State, where dreams are planted, sometimes nightmares take root instead. Juan Corona's reign of terror reminds us that even in the quietest corners, darkness can grow unnoticed, until it's far too late. Thank you for watching. If you want to dive deeper into the mind of killers and explore more haunting tales from every state, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates. Let us know in the comments, what state should we investigate next?